Good afternoon, guys. I apologize for my hair. I'll be getting a haircut actually tomorrow, but this couldn't wait. This is a conversation that I've wanted to have for a while, and I can't say it. Well, I don't want to say that it is a I told you so, but it is kind of a I told you so. Um, Listen, I don't want to get into a bunch of racial rhetoric because I don't think it would help. What I do want to say, if you're prepared, you're prepared. Okay. And I don't know what's wrong with my camera. Maybe I should sit up a little bit. Okay. So I'm sitting up a little bit. Um, there's been a lot of things that have taken place. Um, I said during the last term of our president that uh, I believe that he had some good strategy. And I don't even I mean long term strategy. You have to understand that the United States cannot do without other countries. Okay, it's a concept that doesn't make sense, but it's a concept that's sold. But there is a dichotomy, even a lie, between what is said and what is actuality, what's true. Okay, the reality is that there is a kingdom, colony, or plan that is over, right? No matter how you look at the world of the United States, the balance of power as it relates to the past colonizers and enslavers is over, right? And what happens when a colony is over? They are destined to put up a fight, specifically this one. Um, and so a lot of you I've gotten messages, etc. You guys know my other TikTok has been received. I didn't even get any warning. I didn't get I've done anything wrong. They just removed it. So anyone who is given perspective of on any kind of political insinuation that is not beneficial to certain parties, then they're going to be removed from things. And in fact, it looks like most of the stuff that's streaming now is predominantly Caucasian stuff, which is weird. Okay, specifically on my new TikTok. But let me say this. Let me get back to down to what I really want to say. It's what I communicate was never about them, but more about us. Okay. Um, can you turn that down for me? And so um, let me just explain. Let me lay this out. I've written two books. One is called uh, The Black Manifest Destiny. The other is called Poverty to Purpose. I've told you guys both all about both of these books. Um, everything you guys have heard me talk about for the last 3 to 4 years are in these books. Um, this is not for book sales, even though again you guys know I'm about making money. But this is about being informed and knowing the next steps that you need to take. Right? Um, again, um, I never thought that our community acted as if this would happen. And what's crazy is there are aspects of the other communities and cultures that are dealing with the same issue. And the issue is they are expecting, sorry about that, that's a doorbell. They are expecting someone to save them, and that someone is the law. Well, this president has the law on his side. I've never seen precedents that have been made in my entire life that this guy's getting away with. Supreme Court is an absolute joke. They're literally siding with immediately, with all expedience, everything this guy is doing. Okay. Now, again, I'm giving insight and I'm giving information. This is not what I'm here to talk about. but I'm laying it out, letting you know how serious it is. Because some of you don't understand that there's a next move. I have mentees that are getting fired. And again, what I mean by that is they are not the most sophisticated now, but they are intelligent and educated. So they're not at the point where the ones that are getting fired are not at the point that they're valuable, okay, or extremely valuable. They're valuable to me, they're valuable to all of us, but they're not valuable on the job. They're getting fired, okay? You guys have to realize that this is serious. Um, and so what has to happen is this, and this is one of the what I call mandates in the book. You have to coalesce financially. Uh, it's almost like picking up a gun, okay? Even though we're not picking up guns, I suggest everybody's able to defend themselves, but we're not picking up guns. We're picking up checks. And I ask you to be more strategic in what you do with your checks in order to survive this BS, right? What's really happening, let me give you what's really happening and why uh, Donald Trump stands up in baseless conversations when he's talking to generals and people and doesn't have anything to say. Because if he really told them their plan, uh, I'm not going to say they wouldn't go with it. Uh, I'm just saying that um, they would think twice about it. But let me say this. Do not think for one moment that the government, the Senate, and all these people aren't complicit in what's going on. You don't see, you hear people talking like Jasmine Crockett and all this other stuff. But if they were really concerned about what's going on, they'd be talking a lot louder than they are. And they aren't. It's not even if it's if they are waiting for somebody to come save uh, the country, as if they already know what's going on. They are complicit. There is no Democratic. There is no Republican. There's just these people complicit with Donald Trump. They're not screaming loud enough. Think about it. It doesn't make any sense. And some of this is appalling to you guys, but it's going to get a lot worse. Let me say this. Um, all of the things that I've taught you guys about strategically coming together, you need to prepare to do it. It's not about buying black stuff. It's not about doing that. Is not going to do anything. It's about pooling your money together in small groups and investing. It's about investing in things like the community REIT, the channel that you guys are watching me on right now, to establish a financial foothold. That when everything does fall apart, we'll have monies not just in the United States, but in other parts of the world, like Africa, that is booming. Africa right now is our heaven, is our promised land. Identify specific companies and watch the stocks in Nigeria, Ghana, Egypt, uh, Ethiopia, all these places, and specifically look for uh, companies that are strategically aligned with whether the spine and the brain of a country, the thing that makes it industrial, the banking systems, uh, the industrial systems, pipelines, communication infrastructure, all these things that are coming because it's going to happen like nothing has ever happened before. And this is nothing to play around or play with. You can't go slow, right? But I will tell you this. There are going to be about 600 million people in the world to 1 billion people, which are not our complexion, that won't be investing in Africa. So that leaves a lot of opportunity for us. And the richest country right now, as your money is valued in the world, is the Black community in the United States. It's us, and then it's Brazil, right? That being said, we need to pool our monies together. We need to stop the arguments. We need to stop listening to celebrity, because they're only selling where their next check is coming from. Okay. Listen, I've said this before, and this is an unpopular opinion. I don't believe that Caucasians are racist. I don't believe that Hispanics are racist. I don't believe anybody's racist. I think we just no longer understand community. Community was taken away from us. And so We need to understand the base foundation of what community is, because we forgot. You cannot be hostile against people who have decided to work together, decided to be a part of each other, to be a part of a union. America, these people believe, is theirs, and they act like it. When are you going to act like our community is beneficial to us? Okay. Now, you can listen to politicians, you can preach to preachers, you can pray, you've done that before. So how does this keep popping up if it's going away? You have to understand your comfort and your peace is not comfort or peace. Your comfort and peace is based on not provoking the nervous system of Caucasian people. Okay? That's what it's based on. And you need to stop pretending it's not. Peace only exists internally when you know and trust God and yourself. You have to make decisions. You have to make decisions. There is no other side. They're proving that. Forget about the people, Obama and all these other people, because he's not safe either, even though he's tied to the Bushes. Everybody's scared of this guy, and everybody that is supporting him is scared of him. Okay? They understand what the provocation of November 6th or what December 6th or whatever it was, right? Now, let me get back to my point. My point is this. The community REIT has grown, but we want to continue to grow. We want to grow to 100,000 to 1 million people. It's time for you guys to join and make a decision. Again, that is not in anger. That is not unjust. That is just real. If you're not investing in real operational assets that are going to grow over time, then you're not investing in anything. You have to understand this. The only respect that anybody has is for money and financial gain. It's not because you pray. Look, let me explain something to you. There was a war that happened. I don't know why you guys don't understand this. The war that took place, one of the greatest generals I follow is a guy named Mullah Sahadin. Okay, Mullah Sahadin defeated the British. Okay, he defeated everybody. But one thing that I understand studying this guy is that the wars over religion are not the wars over religion or God. The wars over religion are the wars over the control of people's minds. And so when you enter any environment in the world, not just the United States, there's always a discussion, are you a Christian or you're a Muslim? Why are those the two religions? Why? Some of you would say, well, they have the greatest philosophy. No, they don't. If you've ever studied, you understand that they don't. It's about control. It's about politics. It's about bureaucracy. So I suggest you guys stop believing in religion and believe in God. Okay? Look, there are subtle concepts in the book called Art of War. They're also in my book. Again, Poverty to Purpose. Look it up. It literally will be out tomorrow. What I want you guys to do is read that book. I've been yelling the framework of what's going on for probably, because I've known this was coming for at least 27 years. These people don't change. It's their indoctrination. It's their mandate. It's who they are. So you expecting them to change is ridiculous. Again, I don't believe white people are racist. I don't. I believe they just look out for one another, and we don't understand that as Afro diaspora, Afro Africans, whatever. Okay, we just come in and we take positions that we think are beneficial to us, not understanding that there's no residual behind it. Okay, so you're not going to gain anything from siding with these people. All they're going to do is look at you one day and say, hey, look, what are you doing here? Well, I'm this, I'm the Senate. I graduated from Harvard. I graduated from West Point. I'm from Africa. I'm a Nigerian. They don't care about that. They don't care about that. So we need to focus on one another. The more Africa rises, the better off we are. Think about that. And that's another issue. Africa's not going back. You have to ask yourself, All this war stuff sounds good, but intimidation is not going to work. It's not, because they can't win a war against these people. So that's why Trump is trying to scare the people in the United States, because he knows he can't win a war against these people. I'm going to tell you something. I've had some interaction with cowards. Cowards have to be strategic because their fear makes them strategic. Donald Trump is a coward. He's never been in a fight in his life. Everybody under him has never been in a fight in his life, in their lives. Okay? Politics is something to hold back the beasts. It's something little men do to hold back the beast. It's time for you guys to release the beast, but not the beast of intimidation or actuation of physical abuse. It's time to be strategic with your money. That's the only thing you got. Your prayers and your money. And all this, the church this, the church that. The church is a waste of money. Let's be honest. We don't have time for bullshit. Let's be honest. You're giving thousands of dollars a year to the church when you can be giving thousands of dollars a year to yourself by investing in something that would yield. Now, that's all I have to say. I'm going to be on here more often because, again, I'm about tired of TikTok. But I'll be addressing you guys at least once a day or once an evening, probably around 7 o'clock. So you guys have a good day and, stay focused. Again, keep following the community REIT. Those of you who do follow community REIT, we have pushed the investment date back, not because of lack of people not wanting to invest. Of course, we don't have 40,000 people right now. But here's the thing. It has to be right. Now, all the information is up on the site. Look it up, www.thecommunityreit.com. Right? Go in there and visibly look at everything on there. Look at what we're doing and what we intend to do. Everything is in place. January the 5th is when we plan to invest. So you guys will be prepared and know that's the new date that's pushed back. We'll be doing a lot of informative discussions before that date. Hey, thanks a lot, and God bless you. You have an amazing day.